पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्नति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
Mataji, is the power restored at your place, Mataji? Can I put a reminder to group or?
Yeah, power is fine now. I can take the class. Thank you. So let's begin with the bhajan. This is a very nice bhajan and short bhajan. Very short but very nice. It glorifies Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Bhaja Gaurango, kaho Gaurango, laho Gaurangero naam re. Bhaja Gaurango, kaho Gaurango, laho Gaurangero naam re. जी जना गौरांगा भाजे से होया मार प्राण रे। जी जना गौरांगा भाजे से होया मार प्राण रे। भज गौरांगो कहो गौरांगो लाहो गौरांगेरो नाम रे। जी जना गौरांगा भाजे से होया मार प्राण रे। गौरांगा बोलिया दुबाहु तुलिया, गौरांगा बोलिया दुबाहु तुलिया, नाचिया नाचिया बेराओ रे। गौरांगा बोलिया दो बाहु तुलिया, नाचिया नाचिया बेराओ रे। भज गौरांगो कहो गौरांगो, लाहो गौरांगेरो नाम रे। भज गौरांगो लाहो गौरांगो, कहो गौरांगेरो नाम रे। गौरांगा भजले गौरांगा झपिले, गौरांगा भजले गौरांगा झपिले होय दुखेरो अभशान रे। गौरांगा भजले गौरांगा झपिले होय दुखेरो अभशान रे। भज गौरांगो कहो गौरांगो, लाहो गौरांगेरो नाम रे। जी जना गौरांगा भाजे से होया मार प्राण रे। भज गौरांगो लाहो गौरांगो, कहो गौरांगेरो नाम रे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Translation. Worship Lord Gauranga, chant Gauranga, speak about Lord Gauranga only. Those who worship Lord Gauranga, indeed my life and soul. Chanting Gauranga, go out with your arms raised, dancing and dancing. By chanting Gauranga and worshipping him, one's miseries will end. It's a very powerful bhajan, although it is very short, because it talks about the benefits of chanting the holy name of the Lord, and also how to chant the holy name of the Lord. When Sankirtan is going on, we need to dance. If you're not able to dance, at least stand up and clap. Okay, because as the more we dance, the more sins will get destroyed. Every clap of ours is going to destroy one sin of ours. So it's a great opportunity for us to become purified and go back home, back to Godhead. Okay, and that way when we chant, our miseries will end. Purificatory process, right? Chanting is purificatory process. So it's very important to chant the holy name of the Lord. Okay, so let's begin with the class. Kurma avatar, right? So let's have a quick, rapid fire like question session. Okay. So which hill did they use to churn the butter?
Mataji, I couldn't hear you.
Mataji is trying to fix the background noise that is coming from.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I'm sorry for that. Yeah, so the question is, which hill did they use to churn the ocean of milk? Anybody knows?
Mataji, can I tell you?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Mandara mountain.
Mandara mountain, very nice. And why were they churning the ocean of milk? For what?
Get the nectar, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, for nectar, yeah. And who all were churning?
The Devas and Asuras, Mataji.
Yeah, Devatas on one side, Asuras on the other side, right? And yeah, and using what were they churning? Like to churn using the Mandara hill, they need some rope sort of a thing, right? What were they using?
Mataji, can I answer?
Yeah, Vasuki, Haribol. Yeah, Vasuki, snake they were using. And what happened to the hill finally? They were churning using the Vasuki and all that. But then the hill did not have any support, right? What happened to the hill? No one knows? The hill sunk. Okay, because the hill was floating in the water when they were churning. How can a hill float, right? The hill will, because it did not have any support. The hill should be placed on something very strong, and then if they churn, the hill will stay in one place. Otherwise, the hill will sink in the water, right? So for that reason, they were churning, and as they started churning, the hill sunk deep down in the ocean, right? And you can see here, right? It sank into the ocean. And in this way, the prowess of both demons and the demigods vanquished. So now they don't know what to do. It sank, right? And also, what was the main purpose of churning? Why did they, come to this deal of churning with devatas on one side, asuras on one side? Why did this whole deal start? Who knows? Something happened. Somebody cursed somebody, right? No one knows. Somebody cursed someone, and yeah.
Mataji, Durvasa cursed Lord Indra.
Haribol, yes. And then later what happened? So Indra lost all his demigod kingdom and position, all the strength, everything gone. Right now they were devoid of all the power, no opulence also, no position, no heavenly kingdom. Everything is gone because they were powerless. All the asuras attacked them, and in every attack, in every war, demons were winning and demigods were losing. That way they lost everything literally, right, to the demons. And now the last resort is this nectar, because if they don't take nectar, and they will not get. I mean, and if asuras get the nectar, then they will become, they will get good health and they will live long, which is not supposed to happen, right? Demigods are all Krishna's, servants. So devotees of the Lord. So they need to live long. They need to carry out their universal affairs, their duties. So asuras are not supposed to win, right? And that's why Krishna gives them this deal, right? Vishnu says, "Come to this deal with the asuras. You churn on one side and let them churn on the other side." And so that, because right now demigods do not have any power, they cannot say no, don't churn to the demons, right? They will be like, no, we will. And if this peace agreement is not there between them, then the nectar demigods will not get at all, right? So that is the reason Vishnu says, come to this agreement. And since Lord Vishnu is, has initiated this agreement, this undertaking, he is the one who is going to make them, help them in every step, right? They were trying to carry Mandara Hill. Where is Mandara Hill located? Which planetary system? Was it heavy? Who knows? No one knows? You can put your answers in the chat also. I got an answer. Very nice. Yeah, it was very heavy. It is made of gold. So it is present only in heaven. Okay, heavenly planets. And to carry that mountain, that huge mountain, to this ocean of milk, it was not an easy task, because it was very heavy, right? And Lord Krishna himself came for help, right? He sat on Garuda, and the mountain was kept on Garuda's back, and it was put in the ocean of milk, right? This is very important. So this is the proof again, right? When we work for Krishna, when we carry out Krishna's orders, when we do anything and everything to please Krishna, or do it because he has instructed us, he wants us to do, when we have any difficulties in our work, Krishna comes and helps. He always stays with us throughout we complete that task, right? So that is very, very important. That's why even Mahabharat war, Arjuna said, I will fight only because you are asking me to fight. Throughout the war, Krishna was with Arjuna, guiding him, right? Do this, do that. And finally Arjuna won the war, right? So that is the greatness of the Lord, right? So now the hill sank. Now what to do? Right? Seeing the situation that had been created by the will of the Supreme, the unlimitedly powerful Lord, whose determination is infallible, took the wonderful shape of a tortoise, entered the water, and lifted the great Mandara hill. I just told you, right? Any difficulties, Krishna will come and help us, right? So he was always there. Whatever was happening, Krishna was watching. And any help needed, Krishna would immediately go and help. So that was exactly what is happening. And anything that happens is always by the will of the Lord. It's the supreme will of the Lord. Even a blade of grass does not move without Krishna's orders, right? Krishna has to sanction, then only things will happen. And why does, so if difficulties are, if anything is happening because of the will of the Lord, why is Krishna willing to give difficulties to people? Anybody knows? He can give only good, he can make everybody's life smooth, right? Why is he giving difficulties?
To test them, to see if they are thinking about him, even in
Hari
a
bol.
situation.
Yeah, wonderful. You are such an inspiration. Your name is Navya, right?
Yes, Mataji.
You're such an inspiration, Navya. See, such small girl, how beautifully she's answering, right? Yeah, so to remind devotees that this is not the place for us to live. This material world is not the place for us to live, right? Our home is Krishna Loka, Goloka, or Vaikunta. We need to go there. So Krishna gives us difficulties and says, he reminds us, why are you suffering here? Come back to Goloka. Krishna is waiting for all of us there. So through difficulties, he's inviting us. Okay. And if you're pure devotees, so he's reminding to non-devotees. And if you're a pure devotee, why do pure devotees get difficulties? Is because Krishna wants to test them, as Navya said. Right? Krishna wants to test them. How strong is their faith? How devoted are they to me, to my lotus feet, right? Are they interested in when they get difficulties, do they depend on me or they seek others for help, right? Rakshishyati iti vishwaso, that is one of the symptoms of surrender. How strong are you having faith that Krishna will protect you whatever happens, like literally whatever happens, right? That is one of the main reason why Krishna gives us difficulties. Okay, and here also same thing happened. So Krishna, the moment Mandara hill sank, right, he took a form of a tortoise, because tortoise was giving the support for the hill to stand on, right? And when the hill, now when the tortoise has a strong shell, right? When the tortoise, give me 1 second. Yeah. So tortoise has a very strong shell at the back of it, right? And now, when the hill is kept on the tortoise shell, which is something very hard and rigid, it will not sink. They can comfortably churn. See, that is the reason Krishna took the form of a tortoise, right? So according to the situation and purpose, Krishna can take any form. He took a form of a male pig, right? Boar, Varaha avatar, right? He took a form of a fish because the disaster was related to floods, water, right? So that's why he took a form of a fish. So whatever the situation demands, according to the purpose, he takes that form that is conducive to help everybody escape from that situation. Right. So as a tortoise, he went inside the ocean, lifted the Mandara hill, kept the hill on his back on the shell, and then now everything is again set. Now Devatas and Asuras can churn. Right. And this is the evidence that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the supreme controller of everything. Right. He needs to sanction, good or bad. Both he only needs to sanction. Right. Even if we go and ask demigods for something, right? A lot of people worship Saraswati Devi for education. If you have exam, you worship Saraswati Devi. If you want money, you'll worship Lakshmi Devi, right? Different demigods. He is the sanctioner. Okay, these demigods, when you worship them, they will take your wishes to Krishna. They'll say, this particular devotee is asking for these things. Can I give them? Please sanction. If Krishna says yes, they will give you money. They will give you education. Otherwise, no. Right? So he is the supreme sanctioner. So why do you want to go to demigods? Directly go to Krishna, no? He's our father anyway. Why aren't you going to your father you know, instead of that you're going to other people, your other relatives and friends? Do not do that. Directly go to Krishna. Right? This is what we learn even in Bhagavad Gita, right? Even if they are worshipping demigods, they are indirectly worshipping Krishna only. Krishna says this in Bhagavad Gita. Right? So all the hindrances were removed by the grace of the Lord. And now what happens? Yeah. So this is known to devotees, but demigods cannot understand it. Got it. So that is the power. That's why devotees are great, because Krishna gives them special intelligence. Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mamupayantite, right? If we are devoted to Krishna, offering him devotional service in favorable manner, tesham satadevtanam bhajatam priti purvakam, with love, if we serve Krishna, then Krishna gives us intelligence. The right intelligence through which we can go to Krishna, through which we can, get delivered, go to Goloka, right? But demons will not understand this. They were puzzled. What is happening? They did not even know tortoise is Krishna, right? They were like, what is happening here? Right? That is the kind of situation it was. And when demigods and demons saw Mandara mountain being lifted, They were enlivened and encouraged to begin churning again. The mountain rested on the back of the great tortoise, which extended for 800,000 miles like a large island. Like a large island. Can you imagine? So it's a huge tortoise. It's a huge tortoise. The huge, heavy mountain is resting on the back of a tortoise. Can you imagine? The back of a tortoise should be huge for such a huge mountain to rest on. Tortoise Kurma avatar is huge tortoise. Of scratching his body, and thus he felt a pleasing situation. See, Krishna got a desire. Okay, here. So what is happening? The hill, when the mountain is rotating on Krishna's shell on the back, the itching sensation is now gone. Krishna had an itching sensation. Okay, the tortoise form had an itching sensation at the back of the tortoise. Okay, now when the mountain is rotating on the back, it's like scratching, right? It's like scratching on the back. So now the Krishna is feeling a lot of pleasure. See how beautiful it is, right? His desires are like inconceivable. We cannot even understand what is Krishna desiring, right? He wanted to fight. He got a desire to fight. So his own devotees, such pure devotees, Jaya Vijay, who were the doorkeepers of Vaikuntha, Krishna made them devotees. He created a situation such that Kumaras would curse them. They came to this world and they made them demons. Krishna made them demons, right? Because they were demons, now Krishna could fight. Krishna's desire to fight was fulfilled. So for to fulfill his desires, Krishna uses us as instruments, and and the best part is he does not fight or does any pastimes with others, only with his devotees. That's why even if he has to fight, okay, even if he wants demoniac creatures, he will make devotees only into demons, right? He will not go to demons or atheists by nature. He will only approach devotees when he wants to perform any of his pastimes. We also have that tendency, right? When we want to do anything, we only approach our near and dear ones, our friends and family members. We will not go to our enemy and say, or stranger and say, do this for me, do that for me, right? We also have that, we prioritize our near and dear ones. Same way, Krishna. So that's why Krishna is very, very inclined towards devotees. Whatever the case, devotees is all he wants. He does not even look at others, right? Krishna says, Maite teshu chapyaham. Right? I'm a friend to those who are devoted to me. Although I'm impartial, I'm actually more inclined to my devotees, Krishna says, right, in Bhagavad Gita. So manifesting himself with the thousands of hands, the Lord then appeared on the summit of Mandara mountain, like another great mountain, and held Mandara mountain in one hand. So keeping it on the shell was not enough. So Lord Krishna even, extended till the top of the hill. You can see in this picture, right? Top of the mountain. On top also he started holding the Mandara hill so that it will not fall. Oh my God, what to say, right? It's so sweet of him. So when you follow Krishna's instructions, he will give himself to help you. He became a charioteer. King of Dwaraka became a charioteer for Arjuna, right? What other proof do we want? He's Bhakta Vatsala. To balance Mandara mountain while it was being pulled from both sides, the Lord himself appeared on the summit, right? We just learned. And Lord Brahma, Shiva, King Indra then expanded themselves and showered flowers on the Lord. See, they were all, Indra is actually churning, right? But he also expanded himself and he started doing Pushpa Abhishekam. Okay, he showered flowers on the Lord for his greatness. When nectar did not come from the milk, despite so much endeavor by the best of the demigods and demons, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Ajita, personally began to churn the ocean. They were churning, but nectar was not coming out. Again, Krishna had to come and help. Can you imagine? We cannot do anything without Krishna. We cannot do anything, right? Krishna has to come into our stomach as digestive fire, right? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, and then digest the food we eat. We cannot even digest what we eat without Krishna's help, right? So now Krishna personally started churning the ocean because nectar was not coming out. They tried churning, nectar was not coming out. So now Krishna is personally churning so that nectar comes out. right? So by churning the ocean of milk, Ajita means is inconquerable. Always, he's the ultimate winner. Okay, nobody can lose, nobody can win over Krishna. That's why he himself came to churn, so that the work will become successful. Okay, finally, Ajita produced nectar for the demigods in the form of a tortoise. He moved here and there, carrying on his back the great mountain known as Mandara Hill. So when Krishna started churning, nectar came out. But it did not come out that easily. Okay. Before nectar came, so many things came out from the ocean. That's why, this chanting the holy name is compared to churning of the milk ocean for nectar. Because everybody wants speed results. Okay, today I started chanting 16 rounds. Tomorrow, next day only, they want to go back to Goloka. This is going to happen. So many impurities we have, right? Anarthas, anger, greed, lust. So many things we have, right? Enviousness, so many things. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. How will that go out in overnight? Like one night it will not go, right? So we have to, these people, these demigods also churned and churned and churned, right? Krishna himself came and churned and churned and churned. Only then the nectar came. But so we need to constantly chant the holy name more and more and more. Okay, seriousness and sincerity is very important. When you keep chanting, chanting, chanting with complete faith that you will get purified one day and Krishna will take you back home, back to Godhead. With that attitude, if you continue to chant, okay, continually chant, then one day Krishna will be pleased. Someday Krishna will be pleased. So our intention here is not to chant and become purified. Intention here is to chant and make Krishna happy. Chant to make Krishna happy. If he is happy, if he is pleased, in moments, I mean, within no time, you will get what you want. Right? So don't ask Krishna, give me this particularly, give me that particularly. He's an ocean of mercy. He's like Akshay Patra. Why do you want to go ask him little, give me this, give me that? Just please him, make him happy. He'll give you everything you need. He's our father, right? He knows what we need, what we do not need. So he'll give us everything we need, right? Or our intention has to be to please him. That's all, right? So what all came out from the ocean before nectar came out? Any idea? Anybody? Any vague idea on what came out before nectar? This is a popular concept.
Kalpavraksha Mataji, Rav.
Sorry?
Kamadhenu, Kalpavraksha.
Kamadhenu. I'm not sure about Kamadhenu. Anything else? You know? Poison came out.
Yeah, poison.
Right? Yeah. So that is what I was saying. Before you chant and get purified, your anarthas will come out. Poison came out, right? Before nectar. Same way, when you chant, before purification, the impurities will come out. You will start seeing all the anger that is coming out, that greed, lust, everything is coming out. Now you will be able to see, okay, I'm so angry. Before and all, you didn't even know that you were angry, right? You without your knowledge, you would be angry, and so, a lot of times this has happened to me, at least personally. I become so angry when somebody comes and says, "Change this attitude. You're very angry." I would be like, "No, I'm not angry." Right? But after I chanted, whenever I used to get angry, I would be like, consciously, I was like, "Oh my God, I'm getting angry. For no, what is the reason? For no reason, I'm getting angry." Right? So this way, what happens? So NED Prabhu always says, poison came out before nectar. So what is a big deal? Even when we have to chant, all our anarthas will come out. So do not give up. Continue to chant so that Krishna will purify us. Right? So a lot of things came out. Here's a list. Yeah, huge amount of poison. First thing, poison came out, and then Lord Shiva came and consumed the poison. Right? So all the demigods approached Lord Shiva. Poison has come. What do we do? Right? So now Shiva, out of great what do you call, compassion, right? Out of great compassion, he came and he consumed all the poison. So Shiva is thinking, Krishna has undertaken this initiative. I need to do my part to support, right? Because Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambho. Shiva is the best of the Vaishnavas, right? Best of the devotees of Krishna. So, so Shiva wanted to support and help Krishna in this endeavor, right? So he came and he consumed all the poison and he kept it at the neck itself. That's another great quality of Lord Shiva. right? He's displaying his mystic ability. Nobody can store the poison at the neck, right, and live. But he is surviving with poison at his neck, right? That's why it's called Neelakanta or Vishakanta as well, right? And when all the demigods requested Shiva for consuming poison, at once he said yes because he's Ashutosh. He gets pleased very easily, right? If devotees go and ask him anything, he gets pleased immediately. Okay, so therefore he easily agreed to drink all the poison generated by the churning. Now at this time, Durga Devi was disturbed because Durga Devi is wife of Shiva, right? She was worried. Oh, what will happen to Shiva if he goes and drinks, right? Although she knew Lord's prowess, she at once, she was like, no, my husband is a Vaishnava. Nothing will happen to him. Right? Then she recalled all his mystic abilities. Then all her disturbance went away. She was like, no, he will not, nothing will happen to him. Right? And then she also supported this endeavor. And finally, poison was cleared out. And he took it and kept it in his neck. Okay, and a small quantity of poison dropped from his hand to the ground. And it is because of this poison that there are poisonous snakes, scorpions, toxic plants, and other poisonous things in the world. So when Shiva was drinking, one small drop fell on earth. Because of that, only we have poisonous species today, right? Poisonous snakes and plants and everything else, right? This is the root cause. Yeah, like Mataji was saying, Surabhi cow came out. Okay, so Surabhi cow, Kalpavruksha is a desired tree, but here this is Surabhi cow. Surabhi cow means um, cows, a kind of species of cows which are present in Goloka. Goloka, you can see these white cows. They are pure white in color. Okay, now here on earth we see all these hybrid cows, right, with black color and brown color and every sort of color. But cows usually they are very pure white. Okay, they do not have any marks also on their body. So such cows are present only in Goloka and they are called Surabhi cows. Okay, so because the cow came out from this ocean of milk, Surabhi is considered very, very auspicious or the best amongst other species of cows. Okay, and great saintly persons accepted this cow to derive clarified butter from its milk and offer this clarified butter in oblations for great sacrifices. Clarified butter means ghee. Okay, so so from this cow's milk they made ghee and they started doing fire sacrifices. All the great rishis and all of them. Okay, and next what came out? The horse came out, called Uchhishrava. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, right, among horses, I represent Uchhishrava. So Uchhishrava is Bali Maharaj took this horse. So whatever came out from the ocean while churning, different people chose and took it off for themselves. Okay, like here, Bali Maharaj came and he said, I want this horse, it's very nice. So he took, okay, Uchhishrava. And then Airavata came. Airavata is the elephant, right? The carrier of Indra, also we say, or at least Airavata was present in the heavenly planet. Okay, so this is again the best of the elephants. Compared to other elephants, Airavata is considered the best. And Krishna says, among all the elephants, I represent Airavata, right? In Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter, Vibhuti Yoga, he says, right? And also, gem called Kaustubha was generated. So Kaustubha jewel, we all know, right? Vishnu wears Kaustubha jewel on his body. And that also distinguishes him from others in Vaikuntha. So it's a very dear jewel for Krishna. I mean, Vishnu, he wears it, even Krishna, okay? And he places it as a necklace, he wears it, okay, on his chest. And then next came Parijata flower. Parijata flower, again, and Apsaras also came out, right? Apsaras are considered the most beautiful women present in the three worlds, right? So Apsaras also stay in heavenly planets. Parijata flower also used to stay in heavenly planets. It was not in earth, on earth. Then later on, Satyabhama, Krishna's wife, okay, she fell in love with Parijata flower. She was like, it's very beautiful. So Krishna was like, okay, let's take it. So he took the heavenly, Parijata from heaven and he put it on earth. Okay. So that is Parijata, very, again, best of the flowers, we can say. Tulsi, Parijata, these are all considered very best, lotus flowers and all. Okay, for puja ceremonies and all, we use these. And then comes Lakshmi Devi. Lakshmi Ksherabdi Rajatanayam Sri Ranga Dhameswari, right? Ksherabdi Rajatanaya. That's why Lakshmi Devi is considered the daughter of the ocean of milk, Ksheera Sagar, right? Why? Because she comes out during this churning process. Only she also comes. So that's why she's considered to be born out of ocean of milk. So she's considered the daughter of Ksheer Sagar. Okay, the king of the Ksheer Sagar daughter is what we consider Lakshmi to be. Okay, and because Vishnu, gets married to Lakshmi, we consider Vishnu to be son-in-law of this Ksheer Sagar or ocean of milk. Okay, it's very beautiful. And so demigods, so goddess of Lakshmi, I mean fortune Lakshmi also comes out. And then demigods, great sages, Gandharvas and others offered their respectful worship. Goddess of fortune could not find anyone to accept as her husband, and at least she selected Lord Vishnu to be her master. Right? She was like, nobody deserves to get married to me. Everybody is she was saying, nobody is up to the level or up to the standard to get married to me apart from Vishnu. So she went and got married to Vishnu. She chose. Always girls have the power, are given the power to choose their husbands. Okay, it's been from yugas. Okay, so she chose Vishnu and Vishnu Devi accepted her. Okay, and then in contrast, Varuni came out. Varuni is like goddess of drinking. These demons, demons were now jealous. They wanted someone like Lakshmi, but unfortunately Lakshmi did not choose them, right? So that's why they were now very jealous and they were in agitation. So what happened next? Varuni came out. She's the goddess of drinking, and demons accepted that goddess. Okay, and then the demons and the demigods with renewed energy began to churn again. So again they started churning. So this time a partial incarnation of Lord Vishnu called Dhanvantri came out. Dhanvantri we all know, right? He is the doctor, demigod's doctor. He stays in heavenly planets. He's a lord of medicine, we say. So he treats people. Anything happens to demigods in heaven, he is the doctor there to treat. And he is partial incarnation of Lord Vishnu himself. So he also came out during the churning process. So many valuable people and things came out from the ocean. Okay, and he was very beautiful and carried a jug containing nectar. Okay, finally the nectar. Okay, so demons immediately snatched the jug from Dhanvantri's hand and began to run away. So this is the last product. Dhanvantri comes out with a jug of nectar, as you see in the picture. Okay, immediately nectar was there in front of them. These demons did not even give an opportunity for demigods to do anything. They snatched the nectar and ran away. Okay, now the demigods, they don't know what to do, right? Nectar is supposed to belong to demigods. If demons take nectar, then their immunity will increase, their lifespan will increase, they become healthier, stronger, more fortunate, and God, what can you imagine what will happen to the world if wrong people get the authority or power, right? Wrong things will happen. Adharma will predominate, right? So now demigods are worried what to do. Again, they go and, go take shelter of Lord Vishnu. And after demigods snatched the jug from Dhanvantri, they began to fight amongst themselves. Demons are proving that they are demons. Among demons also, there is no unity. They start fighting amongst themselves. I want nectar, you cannot take it and all that, right? Now, what did Vishnu do? Anybody knows what will happen now? What does Vishnu do? When the judge, yeah,
He
yes,
took
Lina.
Mohini avatar.
Yeah, I bol. So he comes down in the form of a woman, a beautiful woman called Mohini Murti, right? So he comes down in the form of Mohini Murti. So basically, while demons are fighting, Lord Vishnu comes in that beautiful Mohini Murti form. He is the most beautiful woman in the universe. He comes down in that form. Okay, and demons automatically get allured when they see women, right? So what did they do? They yeah, very nice. Giridhar Prabhuji, he's given us a list, right? From what all comes out. Yeah. So demons very easily they get allured by women. The moment they see women, they leave everything and go behind. So Vishnu took that as an opportunity. I already saw, right? Based on this, I told you, based on the situation and purpose, he takes a form. So here, the situation was to attract demons or take their attention away from the nectar. So he came in the form of a woman, right? And all the demons became very attached to her, and they stopped fighting. Now the nectar, over nectar, they selected the woman. Okay. Now this is the weakness of the demons, right? So Krishna, you make use of their weakness and says, "You all sit in a line. I will give you nectar." Right? I will give you one by one. I will give you, distribute it. I promise, I promise to give you. Please sit in a line. So that's what they say. And when the demons made this, okay, and they were like, okay, fine, and all that. Okay, and now one side demons will sit, one side demigods will sit. Okay, one side demons, one side demigods. So now Mohini Murti will be like, I'll start from demigods end. Okay, and then she knew that the demons were quite unfit to drink nectar. Therefore, by cheating them, she distributed all the nectar to the demigods. She will say, I will distribute it from demigod's side, and they will, and she will finish it off there only. So nothing will be left for demons to taste. Okay, so when the demons saw this cheating of Mohini Murti, they became silent. Now, about one demon called Rahu dressed himself like demigod and sat down in the line of demigods. Okay, this Rahu demon, cheater. He is also a cheater, right? So he dressed up like a demigod in disguise, and he came and sat on the demigod side, and he sat beside sun and moon in the middle. Okay, sun and moon in the middle. Rahu sat. Okay, here one may question why Supreme Personality of Godhead could not detect Rahu. Not that Vishnu did not detect Rahu. Okay, the reason is that Lord wanted to show the effects of drinking nectar. Okay, so what happened when Supreme Personality of Godhead understood how Rahu was cheating? He immediately cut off demon's head. Okay, so Mohini Murti, you can see in the picture. Yeah, so Mohini Murti cut off demon's head because he was cheating. He was a demon, still he wanted nectar, right? And now see what happens. Rahu's head, however, having been touched by nectar, became immortal. So see here, the main purpose was the Lord wanted to prove the power of nectar, the importance of nectar, right? If you drink nectar, uh, it's not that demigods have become immortal. It's just that their lifespan has increased to a very large extent, right? And their immunity, their strength, everything, health, everything has become stronger and stronger, right? Like here you're seeing, right? Rahu, because Rahu's body was touched by nectar, his head became immortal, right? And thus Brahma accepted Rahu's head as one of the planets. Since Rahu is the eternal enemy of moon and the sun, he always tries to attack them on the night of the full moon and dark moon. Right? That's why we have eclipse, lunar eclipse and solar eclipse due to this reason. Okay, so Rahu, because he has enmity with sun and moon, right? So he, it's like he attacks them on no moon day and full moon day. No moon day he attacks the sun, full moon day he attacks the moon, right? Brahma accepted Rahu as one of the planets, so that's why he is there in this graha and all that, right? So many grahas we have, like Buddha, Soma, and all that, right? Ravi and all. One of the graha is this Rahu also, right? And after the demigods finished drinking nectar, the Lord assumed his own form. So now Mohini became Vishnu form. Okay, she took Vishnu's form. So the place, time, the cause, and the purpose of the activity and ambition were all same for both the demigods and demons. But demigods achieved one result and demons another. Very, very important. Place, time, cause, purpose, activity, ambition. Everything was same, right? Place was same, Kshir Sagar. Time was also same. Both were churning at the same time. Cause was also same, nectar. Purpose was also same, to become, to become healthy and strong. Activity was also same, churning. Both of them were churning. Ambition was also same, to get nectar, right? But why did demigods win and why demons lost? Who can answer this? Everything was same. They were all doing it like together. Together they were doing. Still demigods won, demons lost. Why? Who can answer?
Because all the demigods placed their whole trust on Krishna.
Haribol, yes. They believed in Krishna. They had faith in Krishna. They only depended on Krishna, whatever happened. Even the smallest of the difficulties, the biggest of the difficulties. Their only shelter was Krishna, right? Rakshishyati Vishwasa. So Krishna wants this from his devotees. Instead of approaching others, approach Krishna. And Krishna is very near to us. See, even before we go and tell others our difficulty, Krishna knows because he's sitting in our hearts as Paramatma, right? So he's very near to us. He's right next to the soul. Right next to our soul, Krishna is sitting in the form of Paramatma. So who is close to us? Paramatma or somebody else? Unless you tell them your problem, they will not know. You will have to go to them and tell them. But Paramatma, even before you tell, he knows, right? Everything happens by the will of the Lord. So whom should you depend on? Whom should you have faith in? Krishna, right? So you'll get immediate protection. Narasimha Dev immediately came and protected Prahalad through all those dangers, right? How many times Hiranyakashipu attempted to kill Prahalad, right? Every time Prahalad used to get saved. How? Because he never told anybody, no, see, my father is killing me. No. He was like, he didn't even ask, God, Vishnu, to protect him. He just remembered Paramatma in his heart. He just remembered Smaranam, right? That's all. He just remembered and glorified. And the Lord did his duty to protect the devotees, right? So because demigods are always under the shelter of the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord, they could very easily drink the nectar and get its result. Demons, however, not having sought shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord, were unable to achieve the results they desired. So, O king, after the Supreme Personality of Godhead had brought to completion the affairs of churning the ocean and feeding the nectar to the demigods, who are his dear devotees, he left the presence of them all and was carried by Garuda to his own abode. So now Kurma incarnation comes to an end. Okay, the purpose is fulfilled. Everything is ended in a nice way. So what happens? He comes to his original form, and Garuda carries him back to Vaikuntha. Okay, and that's the end of Kurma Avatar. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Yeah, any questions? Anybody? Next class, Varaha Avatar. Any questions? No questions? Everything is clear?
Yes, Mataji.
Haribol, yeah. So if everything is clear, we can end the class. Okay, wait. For those who have not attended the general body meeting, okay, we had a general body meeting which NND Prabhu had called for. So basically, we all know, right? There's temple construction that's going on, and in temples, exteriors are all done. Interiors is what is left. So interiors are being done. So for that, we have various sevas. Okay, so what NND Prabhuji is saying is these sevas might be costly for us to individually contribute. So what he is saying is groups. He wants us to form groups. Like right now, it's Sadachar group, right? We are all in one group. So if you can contribute how much ever you can, and if we can, sponsor, it will help the temple to come up faster. Okay. So now there are a lot of sevas available. It just takes 2 minutes for me to explain. So flooring like you see in the picture. So for flooring, it's 51 lakhs. This might be costly, but we have a lot of other sevas which are of a little less. Okay. So 11,000 is DT kitchen. This kitchen is only for DT's food. Okay, not for others. Only for the DT's food they cook here. This is 11,000 rupees. And then lift seva we have 11,000 rupees again. And then Prabhupada altar seva, like you see in the picture, right? It's a beautiful altar. So it is opulent, so definitely it will cost like 10 lakhs. So yeah, so 10 lakhs seva for the altar. Generator seva is there, that is also 10 lakhs. And then inlays for the marble floor, the inlays that you are seeing in the picture, right? So 10 lakhs for that. And then guest room seva. So guest room seva, guest house is very beneficial for us. So when you donate or sponsor for a guest room, which is 5 lakhs, what happens? This room will be available to you for 30 days in a year. Okay, like almost 1 month in a year, you can, go and stay in Mangalore free of cost. This room will be given to you for free of cost. Okay, for your life, like all your life. Okay, every year for 1 month, 30 days in a year, you can go and stay in this room without paying anything. Whenever you go, you'll get this. Okay, whenever you go, you'll get the room. They will not say no, how much of a crowd it is, right? For like Janmashtami, Gaura Purnima, big festivals, a lot of people will go, right? So these rooms will be booked under your name and will be kept for you. Permanently, it will be reserved for you, right? So that is very, very beneficial. So 5 lakhs per room, it's 5 lakhs. And then marble railing. So your entire family can stay in that room. Okay, so it's very beneficial. Give it a thought. And then marble railings that you're seeing, this is also 5 lakhs. And then the lights and all that, 5 lakhs. And CCTV seva, this is also 5 lakhs. Projector is a huge different kind of a projector called laser projector. So it's again 5 lakhs. Chairs, chair seva 5 lakhs. Uh, and then DT dresses. These are little grand dresses, okay, for festivals and all that. So 3 lakhs. And main altars, the door, only the doors, okay. That
Mataji? Mataji?
so 3 lakhs. Sorry.
Yeah, now I can hear you, Mataji.
Okay. Okay. And then Pada Sevanam for the staircase, again 3 lakhs. And Shina room. Shina room is where DTs rest, like sleep. They sleep at the end of the day, right, in the night. So it's a nice room for them to sleep. It's like a bedroom. So for that we need 3 lakhs. And then Pallaki Seva is there, 2 lakhs. Jai Vijay pillars, 2 lakhs. So these pillars are common, right? You would have seen Jai Vijay pillars. It'll be on the altar entrance or things like that. And then inside the temple hall pillars are Hanuman and Garuda pillars, again 2 lakhs each of them. And then these Goswamis, standing Goswamis pillars will be there. These are sitting here, but we will have standing Goswami pillars. Each pillar will cost again 2 lakhs. Okay, and then Udupi Krishna marble portrait. Marble portrait. It's not a normal painting. Okay, so again 2 lakhs. And then Narasimha portrait, marble portrait, again 2 lakhs. Okay, for decorative purposes. And the Shavatar paintings we will have inside the hall, temple hall. Okay, 1 lakh 80,000. And this is a very, affordable seva, right? 1 lakh 80,000. So we all can form groups, teams if interested, and contribute. Okay, because Krishna does everything for us, right? What can we do for him? That is the question, right? So whatever we can, let's and Namanishta Prabhu is someone who's dedicated his life, right? His life for the temple. Its temple is his dream project. Okay, so and it's because of Namanishta Prabhu's mercy that we are getting all these courses and so much of Krishna Katha right from our home. We are sitting and listening, right, with nice PPTs and systematic levels and courses designed. It's all his mercy. And what are we going to do for him in return, right? So whatever little bit we can, let's come together and do it. So Krishna Leela paintings all over the temple we will have. So again, 1 lakh 80,000 each. 8,000, sorry. And then dresses, these are daily dresses and ornaments for the deities, 1 lakh 8,000. Chaitanya Leela paintings, again 3D paintings, not normal paintings. So That's why it is 1,08,000 each. And then front pillars like this at the entrance, you can see, right? So 1,08,000 again each. Okay, there are bank details put up. This PPT is already shared in the group. Okay, Nandita Mataji has posted in the group. If anybody wants to contribute, you can look through these PPTs and check. This is one kind of seva. Okay, Lakshmi seva. Second type of seva is physical seva. So, like NND Prabhuji said, has introduced this also, right? So many teams, we can form teams like Sadachar team. This is our Sadachar team, and we can visit Mangalore, stay there for few days, maybe on weekend or maybe 3 days, 4 days, 10 days, right? If you're free, you can even stay for 10 days and offer seva there. Like you might be asked to cook for the deities or wash Prabhupada's clothes, wash deities' clothes, right? Or decorate the deities if you're initiated. Otherwise, you can sweep, mop. So many services are there. Okay. Already teams are visiting. Lot of teams are already visiting. So February is booked. Okay. So we can all go as a group and serve cutting vegetables and so many sevas are there. Okay. They need people. It's a huge temple to maintain. Right. And so Namnishta Prabhu is like, so we have so many such huge community associated with us. So why can't they serve? You all might be serving in your local temples. That's very nice. But, like I said, we've been associated with this temple for like years now, right? A lot of you would have been attending level one. Level one you would have attended in COVID time and all that, right? And so till now you've been associated with this, right? So little bit whatever we can do. And so fine, if you don't have Lakshmi, fine, you can at least go there and do your little. You can put in your efforts, right? So you can go there and so that free stay will be free and also prasadam will be free and yeah, and you can serve. Okay, so yeah, so initiate, anybody take initiative. Okay, so we can all form groups and we can visit. Okay, on this note we can end. Any other questions or queries?
No,
Nothing.
Mataji.
Okay, let's end then. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुः एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय, शिला प्रभुपाद की जय. Hare Krishna. Thank you all for
Hare
attending.
Krishna
The
Mataji.
next
Hare Krishna.
class